It's Danielle here. I know I haven't done a video or a stream or anything like that in forever. Actually, I've never done live, so this is a little nerve-wracking. I just wanted to give everybody an update. Excuse the eyes again. I don't have my glasses on. Should have put them on before I started this, but what the heck. Meanwhile, I'm here to basically let you guys know what's been going on as of late. My subscribers that I have, people that watch me in my videos. I'm doing okay for the moment. I had a lot going on recently, actually. Oh, it was just a crazy mess. But let me just say this. My my boyfriend, I guess, who was supposed to marry me, ended up marrying not marrying the person I needed, but marrying his ex-girlfriend. Common consensus says that he was cheating on me. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. Can you imagine? He brought me flowers in September. Toward the middle of September, everything was fine, or so I thought. And then we had a few issues that were completely insane. Long story, I won't go into it. Long story short, he married the girl. October 10th of this year. Yeah, he just married her last month, if you can believe it. So I've been trying to recover from that, and it's caused my DID to go basically crazy. The night that I found out was really, really hard for me. The night I found out that he actually did go through with it and he got married. Because, well, at first I didn't really expect him to go through with it. Because I just thought, you know what? He doesn't stick with things. He never really sticks with anything. So I really didn't expect him to go through with any of it, but he did. And the night that he did, my altars, I really don't remember much from that night, but I can tell you that apparently I had lost it. I was crying and I had just gone completely nuts. So I've been trying to deal with that, trying to get through that, trying to deal with it. Everyone says he'll come back because he can't stick with anyone for longer than 5 minutes, which is probably the case. However, I'm not here to talk about that. I am here to talk about my altars. DID is not an easy thing to have at all. And when that situation came about, I have to be honest, I was not myself. As far as I knew, Alicia had taken over my life. She had made all the phone calls. Anything I had to do, she had been taking over my life for that day. And that's exactly what happens in a very stressful situation. Yes, it was a miracle that another altar had not been created. As far as I know, like I said, I wasn't around. I really didn't know what was going on. I couldn't feel anything that night. I was completely and totally numb. Actually, for a few days after he got married, I couldn't even feel what I was doing. I knew that I was doing stuff, but I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I could feel myself doing stuff, but I couldn't connect it. I couldn't connect to what I was feeling. I was myself, ironically, which was amazing. But for the first couple of days, Alicia and Annie, they took over my life. Sapphire is another one of my altars. That's her name. She's what I call a crisis queen. She does this stuff for me. She handles exactly as her name says. She handles crisis. Anything bad in my life that I really cannot handle, cannot do myself, she will do it for me. And like I said, I really don't remember much at all from that time. I can tell you, though, that it really has gotten easier to talk about this, about my DID and letting them basically control my life, because, like Multiplicity in Me says, they need their own time out. They do. They need their own time. They're their own person. They do their own thing. So I give them their time out. I try not to control everything. I think when I when I initially, this diagnosis came up and I was told by my therapist, well, you are DID, I suspected it, but it became very real for me after he made the diagnosis. And the question is, like I've been asked a few times, well, why didn't we notice? How could we not have noticed? For most systems, I'm not really sure about other people's system, but my system, we like to fly under the radar. They don't want to be seen by a lot of people because a lot of people don't understand this. They really don't understand DID. At least my family, they definitely don't. I have a father who I live with who has no idea that I even have a YouTube channel or that I even talk to you guys or what DID even is. You guys, I'm going to do something, because I can feel her wanting to come out right now. One of my alters, I guess she's been dealing with this situation with me, the after effects and how I feel every day, because it changes every day. I mean, I love this man more than my own life, so it was really, really hard. And like I said, this does affect me every day. Sometimes I'll think about him all damn day, like all day long, and I will just be so upset. And other days it's like 5 minutes and then I'm fine. But I can definitely feel that Leah wants to come out and speak with you guys. So actually, you're going to get to see a switch on camera, if you can believe it. It's a little scary for me, but I did tell you guys when I started with this, making the videos about my DID, that I would be as honest and truthful as I could, because I'm not going to shy away from any questions whatsoever. Because the people that I believe are responsible for my DID, well, 2 of them anyway, they are gone. And they are my parents. May they both rest in peace. So I'm not sure what Leah wants to say. This is not scripted. I did not plan to even do this video, but I just felt the need to do it. So that's why I did it. I'm going to bring Leah out. I'm going to let her come out. I don't know what she's going to say to you, but, and I don't know that I'll come back at the end of this video. I have really no idea what's going on, but I can feel her, and she definitely wants to speak with you guys. If there's any questions for me, or anything that you're wondering about, about the situation, whatever, the situation I was telling you about with my boyfriend or whatever and what happened there. If you want to know more, how does that affect my DID? Did it affect it more than I thought? Blah, blah, blah. Whatever your questions is, just leave it. Okay? Just leave it in the comments for me and we'll go from there. Okay, let's go. Leah? Hi, guys. Hi, my name's Leah. I am actually one of Nikki's alters. I'm not sure what to say. I haven't been out very often. I usually don't talk to the camera, but I really wanted to say hi to you guys, and I also wanted to thank you guys for the support. Kind of the same thing that she does. But I wanted to say personally that I really hate this guy. This guy that she really, really loves him. She's really, really in love with him, and I can't stand him. So that's one definition of DID, I guess you could say, is that, as the host, she really loves him. And she hates the fact that he got married, and it was a hurry-up. It wasn't even like a real marriage. Like, he knew the woman forever and then married her. It was just basically out of desperation. It was a desperation marriage, pretty much. And I just wanted to come out and say, it's hard for us as alters to watch our host go through so much pain, and then she doesn't even want to be here half the time. Like when she's going through a really bad spot where she just wants to get the heck out and wishes that somebody else would come and handle her life, one of us will come out. There's not a schedule. Really, there is not a schedule for us. We don't schedule who comes out a lot of the time. She just kind of heard me rolling around in there, I guess you could say, in her mind. And I wanted to come out and I wanted to talk to you guys, and I wanted to tell you guys, that have supported us and definitely have said thank you for sharing part of your story with us. You're welcome. I am, like I said, my name's Leah. I'm about 15. We do have age sliders, so it can definitely vary from age to age. I'm not an age slider. I don't flip my age. I am 15. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm stuck at 15, but we're all trying to figure this out still, all of us. I mean, she's the host, and she's used to us. She's used to hearing us in the back of her in her head, and we can talk to her and everything, and we relay messages, but there's still a lot that we're trying to figure out. We do have an inner world. I wouldn't say she's like part of it, but she has like her own like little dream world, so to speak, little dreamland world where she has horses and things, where if she spaces off, she can go riding on her horse. Brownie is his name, actually. And she just kind of gets away in her mind, and that's when we have to come to the forefront. The reason I'm mentioning all of this is because we notice a lot in Multiplicity and Me. Some of the questions that get asked there is, where do you go? A lot of systems are very, very different. Like, Jess always says, you can't stress it enough how different a system can be. Well, with Nikki's, she, being in a wheelchair and all, she wanted to ride horses like all the time, and she wanted to have her own horse and be able to take care of it and everything, and that never came to be, being in a wheelchair and stuff like that, not having that ability to do that by herself. Well, in this way, in her own, her own little world, so to speak, she can just take off to wherever she wishes to in her mind. It could be like a little island where she has a vacation when she's not fronting. Like now, I'm not really sure where she is. I think yeah, there she is. I see her on her little island right now, and that's where she is. We basically do run her life whenever she needs us to, whenever there's a stressful situation going on, unless she's around someone who really knows us and really knows her and can stay with her and keep her calm. She may stay at the forefront most of the time, but other times she will not. Like, when she gets so stressed, she doesn't want to be around, and then one of us will have to come forward. And that kind of happened last night. Last night was more of a night that she was able to stay herself, but she had a cousin over here last night that she doesn't get along with at all. It's not that Nikki's, I guess she hates her cousin. She doesn't hate her. She's just, I guess she's kind of envious of her, and she's jealous of her, and it's too hard to watch what her cousin has, because her cousin basically has the life that Nikki's always wanted. And now, given the recent events of her life, she's really down on herself. She doesn't believe that she will ever get that, which is kids and marriage. But, we think that she's wrong. She'll get that eventually. So that was one of the things that we were dealing with last night, when she really didn't want to deal with herself and didn't want to deal with her life. In that moment, it was too stressful. It was too much to be around that person or even to hear her voice, which is what we call a trigger. So Nikki was triggered, and she really wasn't co-conscious last night, I believe, when Alicia came out and took over her life. Leah, I'm a freelancer. That's what Nikki calls us. I can basically do what I need to do. If I'm told by Annie, who is basically she's second in command, so she basically tells us what to do. She runs the system. Sorry, I'm really nervous. I don't really do videos as much as Nikki does. She tells us kind of, what we're doing for the day, what's going on, and she basically just said, okay, Alicia, go ahead and run this, and we'll see what happens. Because honestly, we don't have any idea where Nikki's gonna go when she does go. We just know that we feel her body tense and her heart start to race and anxiety starts to happen. So we'll have to come out. One of us will have to come out and handle it and tell her to calm down. And Annie is very self-soothing. Annie does a lot of that self-soothing stuff for her. And so Annie will basically, like I said, set up the schedule for us and tell us, okay, look, you've got to go be her, run her life and be her around the people that don't know her. Now, what that means is people don't know that we exist. For her family members that have no idea that she even exists, or that we even exist. For her family members that have no idea, like I said, I'm nervous. I'm so sorry, you guys. We will act as Nikki. We will. We have all the mannerisms, everything she normally does. We will act as her. Now, if we're around somebody who knows us, then it's different. Then we'll act as ourselves. You've heard Nikki mention before this person named John, in a couple of her videos. Well, he knows us, and he's very comfortable with us. So we come out and we have our own mannerisms, our own personality, and we play with them, especially the littles. They come out and play with him a lot. They hug him a lot, which is kind of cool. It gets a little annoying for Nikki at times because sometimes she wants to stay at the front, especially with John. John has this thing, though. He knows that if he touches Nikki's nose and strokes her nose for a second, that could bring out a little. That could bring out Dynasty or Angie, and they're 2 years old, 2 to 3 years old. That's their age range. And so he tends to bring them out to say hello, and sometimes that annoys Nikki because she's like, hey, I was myself, and now you brought them out, and now I wasn't myself, and sorry, she's got a nose issue going, and he goes, I'm so sorry, hold on, guys, sorry about that. Anyway, he goes, well, I just wanted to say hi, I wanted to be with them, they're so cute and sweet and soft. That's just his thing. So, rubbing her nose, like this, just for a little bit will, bring them out. It's a trigger sometimes for her. And we think a lot of that comes from the fact that her mom used to do that to get rid of her nightmares. So we think that that's how that became a trigger for her to switch and just have one of us come out. Now, like I said, the reason that I wanted to come out is I wanted to tell you guys, yes, I am in the same clothes that she would wear, but this is not what I look like, obviously. I don't really care about being myself, like looking like myself on the outside. I really don't. Some systems have an issue with, they're not themselves on the outside when they come out, and they have a problem with that. We don't. At least I don't. I'm not sure if any of the other ones that I work with do have a problem, but I don't. We don't have our own friends necessarily, right now anyway. That could change. There are a few people that know about us, and they're actually pretty cool. They're okay with us. Let's see. What else can I say? Oh, I'm also going to say, like I said, please do not be afraid to ask Nikki any questions whatsoever, even us, Annie, Alicia, myself. You can ask us questions. We will get back to you as quick as we can. Like I said, her family doesn't even know that she even has this YouTube channel or that we even exist. So there's nothing that she would hide from. She's not afraid of triggers. Obviously, she's not afraid of switching on camera. It is a little bit nerve-wracking for her. I know when I told her I wanted to come out and I wanted to speak with you guys, it was like, whoa, you want to what? I mean, I'm the one who does all the, YouTube videos and stuff, and you want to come out and talk to them. What am I supposed to do with that? But she's pretty good. She's a good host to us. It's, I guess you could say it's a nice brain to live in. I'm just trying to make a little bit of a joke. I'm not trying to make fun of the disorder and stuff, because I know it's really hard for her hearing us and having to give us our own time to do our own thing and stuff like that. And that gets really hard for her because she's not a person to wear makeup. She's really not. But Amanda is. I believe she told you in a previous video that she did that she didn't do makeup very often. She did sometimes of her own accord when she wanted to, but a lot of the time She doesn't, and Amanda loves makeup, and that's the hardest thing for her, is that she doesn't like to do makeup. Now, I know her hair's a mess right now. Yeah, it's just been crazy. It's been a crazy day. She's just trying to get things done, and I guess it was my doing, my want to come out and talk to you guys, and so I asked her to do this video. Let's see. There's really not much to say if you guys don't really have a comment or anything for us that you want to ask us at the moment. But let's see. Probably a good one would be, do any of her doctors know that she has DID? Like, has she told her primary doctor? The answer to that is no, because she's not really sure how to bring that up. But she has spoken to her therapist and stuff like that. I really don't know what the paperwork is on that and what's going on, but he's definitely one that believes her. But she hasn't said anything to her primary doctor because, like a lot of you, how do we bring something like that up? It's a scary thing to have to bring up this disorder. It's pretty scary to have to trust someone to believe you and treat you. So, we just want to let you guys know that even as alters, we know how scared you are. We understand it. We understand that you're confused and you don't, you're not sure how to tell somebody, hey, I have this disorder and I can hear people in my head talking to me. You don't know how to reach out for help. And the truth is, well, neither did she. And she's got a couple more people other than John who knows about us, but even for us, it's not many. So we're still learning as well, and we wanted to let you guys know that we're here. We're willing to speak about it and help you guys out as best we can, answer any questions on our own system, well, on her system, our system, I guess, however you want to put it, as to, what's going on, because I'm sure that for some of you, it's more like, okay, how would that system work? I mean, okay, she's got DID, she's in a wheelchair, so how does she work everyday life? How does she do this? If you have those kind of questions, you guys, don't shy away from those. Don't be afraid to ask. Maybe if you just want to talk and you feel lonely because, you're part of the disabled community and DID community, and you feel so alone, know that you're not. And know that we're figuring this out day by day too. We just want to let you guys know that it's okay. And like I said, she doesn't shy away from anything about being in a wheelchair, about her DID, anything at all. She really doesn't shy away from those questions at all. So if you guys have any questions, I've seen some comments. Annie, myself, Alicia, we have seen some comments where she's read things like, well, thank you for sharing your story with us. You're so inspiring. Thank you for your information. We're glad. We love comments like that, and if you want to be mean, you want to leave a mean comment, well, that's on you. We really don't care, and I don't think she does either. But for those of you that want to know more and are just like, oh my gosh, can I ask? Will she be offended by it if I do? The answer to that is no. She doesn't shy away from anything, as you obviously could see, because she switched on camera, which is pretty hard for a DID person to do. And it was pretty hard for her, but she's willing to let us also talk to you guys and just let you guys kind of know what's going on, what happened, what might have caused a switch. So really, if you didn't catch that switch and maybe you want to see another one, maybe you've got questions for me, for Annie, for Alicia, any of us in the system, or maybe you want to meet more of us, or maybe you want to meet a little, I don't know, maybe you have questions about cerebral palsy, how does she do anything, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of questions out there for disabled people wondering how they do things. And on top of her being disabled, she's got us. Yeah, she's got the DID thing going, so it was probably pretty interesting, and most of you are probably like, oh my gosh, how do we ask that question? I'm dying to know, but I don't want to offend her. Well, believe me, you won't offend her. Okay? we just want to let you guys know that we're here, and we're still making videos, obviously, because we're live right now, which is very nerve-wracking for her and for us, but I wanted to just come out and say thank you guys for all your support, and that we would definitely keep you updated as to what's going on. Alright, so this is Leah. I'm saying bye-bye, and I'm going to sign off now. I don't know where the heck if she's going to come back. I don't hear her around right now. So I'm going to sign off, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay? Bye, guys.